Ooh, I don't know how to use this computer. I've previously. That's how well this is about to go. I've previously just told a story about my weekend, part one, at Oktoberfest. You can click somewhere, maybe there. I'll put in an annotation for that video. But this video is going to be the story of the second half of my weekend, aka when I went to Buffalo with the boys. And I mean, the Buffalo trip, that's an annual trip we take. All of our birthdays are in October and early November. So we like to do just an annual birthday trip. And for some reason, somehow, it started out that we go to Buffalo, and so that's just every year been our thing. We just go to Buffalo, we go to Cheesecake Factory, we eat cheesecake, and we do something else. So this year, our something else was decided fairly early on, but not decided. It was just like, hey, why don't we go see a Sabres game? And I was just like, don't get me excited. This is something I will get very excited about. I have never gone to see an NHL game before. This is something I have on my bucket list for this year. I would love to complete it, but you can't get me excited about it. So then it kind of went on the back burner. Side note, we're at Cheesecake Factory, we're ordering our food. Great time, great conversation with the boys, like it always is. Do some light shopping, but nothing too big. And then as we leave, the boys bring up the game again. And I'm like, is this something that's actually happening? Like, are we actually going to go see this game? So we go to the Microsoft store, and the boys are checking to see what time the game's at. If we can get tickets, like if they're still available, that kind of thing. We find tickets for $40 in the 300s. $40, we're all willing to spend $40. Let's do it. So we want to buy the tickets right there. So I go up to the guy who works at the Microsoft store, and I'm just like, hey, can we go? This isn't working. Is there any way I can pay you? Is there any way I can get you to print something off for me? He's like, sure, you don't even have to pay me. Oh, wait, our system just went down. Our network just went down. I can't print anything. This is shitty. We're like, oh, fine, this is fine. Like, thank you. You're willing. This is so kind of you. Then we go to the Apple store. I'm like, hey, could you print something for me? The guy makes me talk to his manager. Then the manager's like, no, but I can print you off a place or a list of places where you can print something. I'm like, man, we don't have that much time. I don't know what you're thinking we have. We want to go see a game. This is like a time-sensitive issue. So we're like, all right, we're going to go to the arena. We're going to see if there's some scalpers, or we're just going to get our tickets there. It's not even going to be a big deal. To be fair, I had not seen the tickets. I had not seen kind of like what kind of condition they were in, what we had to do to get them from the website into ticket form. So not even there yet. So we're on our way to the destination. We get in the car and we think, we have no idea where we're going. Where do the Sabres even play? We don't know. We're all from Canada. We cannot use our phones right now. So I think that it's an excellent idea to ask some guy who's just standing there at the bus stop. So we ask him. He clearly, I don't even think he knows who the Sabres are, but he did let us use his phone. It was very useful. There was also a couple who tried to help us. Everybody was so helpful. We were like, are we even in the States right now? This is amazing. This, like, quality of human being that we're running into. So eventually, we get the directions. We're on our way. We're debating how much money do we want to park. Do we want to pay $8 or see if it just gets more expensive, but be okay with it because we'll be a lot closer to the venue. So we end up getting parking, and then there's a bunch of scalpers who all want like $90 for 100 section tickets. We're like, we don't want to pay $90. Way too much. We just saw tickets for $40. Plus, the boys didn't have cash. I was smart, came equipped with cash. Boys didn't come equipped with cash. So we had to go into the ticket center. We're like, hi, we want these tickets in the 300 section. We sell them for $40. They're like, okay, $70. Nope. Nope, we saw them for 40. So then the boys get the bright idea that we should all go on our phones to Ticket Stub, or Ticket Hub. Ooh, StubHub? That's probably it. And just like deal with the charges and get these tickets. Afterwards, after we had all committed, and I was going to wait to see if the boys could do it, but I didn't. It was just one of those things that you all have to do at the same time. Then I found out that the States has this new package where you pay $5 and get quite a bit of data for a day. So, looking back on it, we'll know for next time, but like, kind of an unfortunate situation. Anyways, couldn't get the tickets off StubHub because like StubHub cuts off a certain amount of time before the event or something. I'm not really sure how it works, but that's how it works. So we ended up having to pay the full $70 for the tickets, and we're a little bit bummed at this point because we're like, this is more than we were willing to pay. We're all kind of cheap, whatever. So we're going in, trying to find our seats. We kind of get lost, but we get lost in the 100 section. We have beers in our hand. Ask some guy how to get to the 300s. He tells us. But when it comes to turning left or right, we're like, oh, why don't we just turn right, see what it's like in the 100s, you know? Just like, see how the ice looks, see what the view's like. We're just going to commit to it, you know? And then we go in, we just take a seat, nobody checks our ticket or anything. So we're like, okay, yeah, why not? We'll just go take a seat, see what it's like. When somebody comes in, we'll just leave. The entire section fills up except for our seats. So we're like, might as well just watch the game from here. So basically, we sat in the 100s for the full price of the 300s. And it was a little bit sad, but it was also a lot of fun. They're playing the Bruins, so they lost 4-0, obviously. But at the same time, it was an excellent experience. Traffic getting home, brutal. The rest of the experience, top notch. The beer was expensive still. Not as expensive at not even a Leafs game. What are those things called? The Blue Jays games. Those, one time I got it delivered, it was like $13. I was like, holy moly cannoli. Realistically, I think it was $12, and then I gave him $1 because he delivered it to me, and I was happy about that. Ridiculous. These prices. Can't afford them. One day. Maybe.